Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Ephemeral Orb. Once again, dear viewers, Zelris shall be joining us on mobile, so you may be hearing like her audio be a little bit off, but we'll do our best to fix it in post, etc, etc. Now, usual reminder before we go into our introductory bits, this episode, dear viewers, is posted on Sir Thompshire's channel. The next episode shall be posted on my channel, Teeironor. All our links are in the description below. The episode after that shall be posted on Skoll Shorties channel, again, link in the description below, and then back to Thompshire and so on and so forth. Now, I've rolled some dice in the background, and the dice have decided that Zelris should talk a little bit about herself first. Would you please go ahead?
Hey, my name is Zelris, and I make things on the internet, and people think they're neat sometimes, and that's about it. I play Lyri, Embasoro, the cool wood elf who lies about her identity on God.
Yeah, dear viewers, if you're curious about the name change, watch the previous episode, I guess.
Heck.
Okay. Next, according to the dice, would be DoomGoblin.
Yeah, hello, it's me, DoomGoblin, and I'll be playing the sharpest member of our group, Captain Bladebeard, a dwarf pirate.
Depends on your definition of sharp, I guess.
He's very sharp.
And his blades are probably sharp too.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess dwarves were once made of stone, so I guess you would be the sharpest in that sense. Thank you, DoomGoblin. Next, the dice have decided that the owner of the channel, Sir Thompshire, should go ahead and talk a little bit about himself and his character.
Hello. As always, I'll be playing Benjamin Aaran, a very nice human sellsword that's going on this wonderful adventure of becoming a hostage. It's very nice, very wholesome, and very fun.
When has eating someone not been wholesome, I guess? Thank you. And next would be Skoll Shorties. Could you please go ahead?
Yep. Hello, everyone. I am Skoll Shorties, and I am playing as a good old Buhd, who has been potentially one-eyed. We'll see, I guess. After almost going on an ogre rampage, or a Budlust, as we called it.
Yeah. And we're gonna talk about that, obviously. So, last time, well, I would very much like to ask the owner of the channel you guys are watching on Sir Thompshire to remind us about what happened last time. Could you please go ahead? And here's your opportunity to make a witty joke about how this is pre-recorded, etc, etc.
I'll just hesitate for a bit and be done with it.
Let's just make
It's-
really
it's
gross
fine.
mouth noises instead. It'll be funny.
I think I'll pass.
Wow. Big friend.
Sure.
Taken prisoner aboard Zelgalga's ship, our heroes discuss their options of escape and/or defeating the Troll Witch, with little success. As this was happening, the mad priestess relentlessly pushed the ship forward to charge and eliminate an intruding Blood Elf vessel. When they came into range, Zelgalga took Archmage Meridia away and ordered the party to serve as the front line of the attack on the Blood Elves. Left with few options, they tried their best to survive and cause as little damage as possible in the ensuing combat. First mate Buhd, however, experienced an unexpected flashback of fighting similar purple-skinned elves and entered into a bloodthirsty rage, attacking all elves in sight. Lyri Roseguard desperately attempted to ward off Buhd and convinced the Blood Elves to surrender, while Captain Bladebeard and Benjamin Aaran engaged in a lighter manner. Eventually, Lyri was able to convince the Blood Elves to lay down their arms after she came face to face to one of their leaders, her brother, Santhiel Ambersaro, who revealed Lyri's real name to be seen Lyri Ember Soto. Buhd, still engrossed by his flashback, demanded Senthile's broken bones, but after a brief but intense confrontation was knocked out by Sin Lyri. As Olgalga's undead crew collected the Blood Elves' weapons, Senthile led his distraught sister below deck, only to be coincidentally followed by Bladebeard. The dwarf noticed a bright green glow coming from his bag, specifically from the Legion communicating device he had used earlier, and, before he could react, 3 mysterious figures teleported in.
Thank you, Thompshire. So, sort of like, before we continue where we left off, I would like to talk a little bit with Skoll, with Buhd, well, I should say. Buhd, you were just knocked unconscious by Lyri. And we discussed this a little bit in private, that you would be sort of having a dream or a vision or flashback. And I'm very curious, what would Buhd think or dream about in this state?
As Buhd would probably dream, I suspect, either of Teeironor or maybe even Draenor.
Okay. Are you is Buhd that old to have been on Draenor?
He probably wouldn't be very old, maybe a young ogre, baby ogre, or
makes sense.
kitty ogre, maybe a kid. I'd probably reckon, maybe.
Makes sense. Well, I guess, if he with Buhd would ever fully regain his memories, I imagine he'd remember traveling across the Great Sea, practically all over Azeroth, which is definitely something. So that's interesting. So Teeironor, well, as we were talking about last episode, so what sort of triggered this moment of bloodlust, as you mentioned, was seeing this group of angry spellcaster elves about to attack you. And it brought back, as I mentioned, a memory of you fighting a similarly hostile, let's say even desperate group of spellcasting elves. Would you like to go a little bit into specifics? Do you have anything in mind?
Yeah. During Buhd's time within Teeironor, as he, rose up the ranks and became warlord, he of course also had to deal with the neighbors of Teeironor, which were the remnants of the Highborn, who also were about the place. And he had to fight them and deal with them, and they were not something to be reckoned with. They were scary, basically. Not scary to him, but they were a force to be dealt with.
Definitely. I also think, since this provoked such a strong reaction from you, that maybe during one of these battles against the Highborn, of Eldrith Lost, etc., Teeironor, maybe something happened that made this memory stick to you. Maybe Buhd lost someone close to him for one reason or another. What would you think about that?
Yeah, I'd say that during Buhd's earlier time when he was rising in the ranks, he very much likely lost his entire party, or a large part of his party, to these elves, and that obviously left a mark in Buhd's mind and Buhd's past. Oh, these elves are that bad, and these elves are they killed my friends, they killed my party, my comrades.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm thinking maybe, and feel free to stop me at any point, that when Zelris slashed you across your face, especially in your eye, and you fell unconscious, then maybe your sort of stream of consciousness just shifted, as in a blood oath slashed your eyes, but in your like mind's eye, as you like fell to the ground, you saw like a young night elf or highborn slash your eyes, and you would fall on the ground. In your like dream, you would still be awake, but like too wounded to rise up, and you would probably see around you like the remnants of your party being rounded up and eliminated by the elves, as the elves would believe that you would be dead since you fell on the ground. Am I reaching too far with this?
I think that works as a dream sequence.
Would you like to maybe go into specifics? What would Buhd be doing while he's like in the dream, and maybe in his memory, while he's like on the ground, writhing in pain, and he sees his comrades get slaughtered by these elves?
Obviously, he'd be in pain, as we just described. He would, glance around in frustration and in anger over these, very haughty and very proud elves that have just, dispatched his ogre raid or ogre scout. I don't know the exact context of their what they were doing exactly, but he's frustrated and angry and as we said before, in pain. He's not doing so great, and he can't do much.
Definitely. And I think maybe you would see one of the surviving ogres. There's maybe let's say your initial like raiding party, assuming that you were like on a raiding party again. Let's say of your initial raiding party of like 20, let's say 5 are still alive and they're like fighting desperately for their lives. And one of them pulls back from the ranks and sees that you, the leader of the party, are on the ground and desperately pulls you away. And he's the reason why you survived that day. Would you say this makes sense?
The other ogre? Yeah, that I'd say that makes sense. This ogre that...
Yeah. Okay. Who do you think this ogre who saved your life would be? Or would you you would like to leave that off for later?
I'll leave the name out for now. I'll have more of a concept for later, but I'd say it was either an ogre shaman or an ogre magi of some kind.
Interesting. Okay. Makes sense to me. And I think, one more question. While you're being like pulled away by this ogre shaman, and you see the remnants of your platoon desperately trying to fight for their lives and obviously falling in front of you, what is Buhd thinking again?
Buhd is wanting to save his ogre brethren, but he can't, so all he can think of is getting back at these elves.
Makes sense. I think in this short dream sequence, after like a few seconds, I won't say minutes, a few seconds of you being dragged away by this ogre shaman, he would sort of like look down at your eyes to like inspect your wound, and as you would blink, you would come back to present time, and you would see a concerned Benjamin staring at you. Does this make sense?
Yes, yes. I see what's happening. Yes.
Okay. Would you two like to have a short scene at this point?
I'd be down.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Benjamin, just for like context of what's been happening in these like 10 seconds, 20, like while Buhd was on the ground. Senfeo led Lyri below deck. You don't see Bladebeard where he went, and the undead are like taking the weapons off of the blood oaths. And you took a moment to like take a look at Buhd, who obviously was wounded by Lyri, and inspect his wounds, and suddenly he opens at least his one good eye at you. Feel free to interact.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Sorry, I forgot to push the talk again.
Okay, okay.
But can you hear me?
He has a very shocked, surprised, uncertain look on his face, at least for the few seconds.
Are you okay?
Party taken.
Party taken?
Brothers and friends killed.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but
Elves take them all. They slaughter us. Only Buhd and Buhd's friends survive. Only us.
are those your memories? Are they coming back?
Buhd remembers in Dire Mall. Buhd was leading attack on elves. Elves slaughter us with very large magic.
Is that why you and Lyri were fighting?
Lyri? No, it was sorcerer elves in Dire Mall, right?
But if you would like ever like glance at the corner of your eye, you would see nearby elves, not purple-skinned ones, but still elves. If that like influences your thinking somehow.
They different elves. They not same. Similar, but same.
Did Zulgaga do anything to you to have you turn against everyone around you?
No, but no remember her. But remember her laughs. But only remembers the elves. They make Buhd angry.
So the elves triggered your memory.
But thinks so. It seems that way.
Well, at least luckily, you didn't do too much damage to Lyri or anyone else around you. Well, I'm sure they've got a massive headache.
Above board, he did kill like 10 elves.
Well, I don't care about them, okay?
Fair enough. Don't let Zelris hear you, I guess.
Well, are you okay now? As in, are they still purple elves?
No, but Buhd feels uneasy around them now.
Well, we kind of find ourselves among some kind of ship filled with soldiers, so in a way, I don't really blame you. But
Also, Buhd's eye hurt. Only see black.
yeah, we should bandage that up. So hopefully, it will heal in time.
Buhd hopes so. Buhd doesn't think he'd do the eye patch look so well.
Well, let me just try to help you up, and we'll go find some medical supplies.
That sound good.
As you like start helping Buhd up, First off, you would notice the Blood of Archer Lady give you the biggest stink eye, and all that. But you would also hear clapping. And as you turn in the direction of the clapping, you will see everyone's favorite troll witch approaching the two of you with a very broad smile on her face.
Well, I do hope you're pleased.
But, my dear, you are magnificent. I've never seen anything like it. She says that while touching your shoulder with her arm.
Thank you. But doesn't remember too much from it. But, yeah.
I've never seen that fire in you, Buhd. Not even when I stole Bladebeard's crew from him. You surprise me, she says with a smile.
Buhd surprised Buhd's self. Buhd's memory returning.
She smiles at that and says, and with my help, Buhd, as I promised you, your memory could return even more, and you would be my fiercest tool of war, my champion. What do you say to that?
Buhd kind of looks to Benjamin for advice.
She's still stroking your shoulder like you're her prized pet or whatever.
I try to certainly shake my head.
That might be but appreciate offer, but Buhd thinks that Buhd is good.
You'll have time to change your mind, Buhd. Still, that wound on your face, I'm sure it must be painful. Do you want old Zulgaga to kiss it for you?
Would that make it feel better?
Well, a kiss from me would make anything feel better.
Buhd kind of looks to Benjamin again.
She notices you looking at Benjamin and says, "Jealous, little pretty human?"
Oh no, I'm fine.
She shrugs. Says, "Well, Buhd, do you want me help with your eye, or would you rather have a fearsome scar? My champion does be needing some scars."
Buhd probably do better at firing cannon with 2 eyes instead of 1. So probably having both eyes is good.
She chuckles, and she makes a gesture with her hand that basically means bend down a little bit.
Buhd does that.
She kisses the palm of her hand and then puts that hand on your eye, and your wound begins to heal. Now, the consequence Lyri inflicted on you will still remain in terms of game mechanics, but in terms of narrative, you feel your wound has mostly healed, but Zulgaga has healed it to the point where it will leave a scar behind.
Okay.
All better, she says with a smile.
Thank you.
Now, she claps her hands again, says, "I be wanting to have your discussion with your blood elf companion. Initially I wanted all these blood elves dead, but she chose to spare them instead. I want to have some words with her. Where she go?" "None of you be snitches?" Okay, I can respect that.
I'm sorry, you cut off a bit for me, but she said.
Oh, okay. She basically said, "I want to talk to Lyri. Where's Lyri?"
I'll just shrug.
Buhd was not up when she leave.
She chuckles and says that line I mentioned earlier about none of you being snitches, and says, "No matter, find us soon enough." Speaking of which, Zelris and DoomGoblin, are you guys here?
Yeah.
Zelris?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Again, to sort of like describe the scene where we left off last time with you guys, since that was like the cliffhanger. Lyri, you were being led by Senfeo below deck. You deduced that he was leading you to like the supply stores. Bladebeard, you were also going below deck. I'm not necessarily sure why, and you don't have to tell me yet. But you noticed like the green glow in your bag from your item getting brighter. You pulled it out, which made Senfeo and Lyri notice you, and they turned around. And like right before you guys could like say anything or communicate or whatever, 3 figures teleported in. The ones that you will see on the map. I would say you guys have like a few seconds to react as they're teleporting in.
I kind of blink a couple times and give them like a very deadpan look.
Senfeo does the exact same thing.
I just kind of shift my gaze onto Bladebeard and wait for a response from him.
Greetings.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not dealing with this.
As if trio finish. Go ahead, Lyri, go ahead.
Then after I say that, I turn my head and I look behind me and they start to turn around.
Senfeo still stands there in shock. He doesn't like continue leading you. Bladebeard, as you like say, "Oh, hello there," the Draenei lady will try to stab you. How do you defend yourself?
Oh, I run away. I dodge.
Give me your quick, please. You have to take 2 damage. And as I mentioned before, only Buhd got a chance to rest. You guys still have your stress and etc.
Oh, all right. Then I take the level 2 stress, right?
Level 2 consequence, since you already have your level 2 stress.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that makes the most sense, right?
Okay. Clipped. I will call your level 2 consequence. Okay. You will notice that I typed all these people in like the initiative order, and we're going to follow that. So after the Draenei lady's turn, it is Benjamin and Bladebeard's turns. Benjamin, you're not like aware of the situation below deck yet, but I want to also like include you in the scene because you guys are close by. But Bladebeard, it's also your turn. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'll just I'll run away
Makes
towards.
sense.
Yeah, I was below deck, right? I re-emerge on the onto the upper deck.
Sure, you do that. You will see as you re-emerge Zolgaga walking away from Buhd and Benjamin.
Oh, the ship was captured, Captain.
Bladebeard, you surprised me. How is my favorite little dwarf doing?
Not well. There's still some I don't know, soldiers below deck.
Ah, there. Why don't
Yeah.
you go flush them out, my little pet?
They attacked me.
That's no excuse. They also attacked Buhd over there, and he's already back on his feet. Right, Buhd?
Yep. Bud's back on Bud's feet.
There you go. So, Captain Bladebeard, go and deal with them. I'll be waiting your report.
Well, there's 3 of them and only 1 of me.
Then get those 2, she points at Buhd and Benjamin.
Alright, let's go.
Again, Benjamin and Bladebeard, it is your guys' turn.
What did you do this time, Bladebeard?
Oh no, a human, I believe, and a Draenei appeared, and a hooded guy.
Then why did you say they're soldiers? They're definitely not related to any of this, are they?
Zogal is still close to you, like right next to you, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. They just appeared out of nowhere.
What?
Out of nowhere.
Like appeared? Like teleported?
Yeah.
That's very suspicious.
Yeah, they might be, I don't know, reinforcements from
Well, You
Silvermoon.
mentioned a human, wouldn't they be from the Alliance?
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, and Draenei. Draenei are Alliance.
Well,
We
maybe.
have Alliance soldiers.
And she attacked you.
Yeah.
Well, with your smell, I guess she would assume you're a Forsaken as well, or something.
That's very rude, Benjamin. I don't smell that bad. Like, I mean, why?
Well,
Will you go on with it already? Bring me the ads.
I think it's better for us to wait for them to come out. surprise them.
Zolgalga rolls her eyes and walks away.
Alright, we'll deal with them.
So what do you guys do on your turns? Because Bladebeard, you walked away and some time has passed. I don't think it would be fair for you and Benjamin to walk back below deck in this turn.
I guess I'll try to use my turn and try to create an advantage by readying myself.
Okay. Roll me your careful difficulty too. It's not difficult. You successfully do so. What would you like your advantage to be called?
I don't know. No idea, actually.
Ready for anything?
Yeah, sure.
It's vague enough that you can use it in lots of situations. That is Benjamin's turn. What does Bladebeard do on his turn?
I guess something similar. I believe in the last episode I said that I took the bow and arrows from the I'll ready the bow and arrows to shoot.
Have you ever used bow and arrows before?
No.
Okay, then give me a careful difficulty 6, because it's the first time you've ever used this weapon, and believe me, it's not easy to learn.
I know. He holds the arrow upside down.
Basically aiming it at himself. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, duly noted. Next would be the hooded mage. Zelris, are you still here?
Mm-hmm.
The hooded mage will throw a fireball at Senfeo, judging him to be the bigger threat of the two of you. And Senfeo ties, so the hooded mage gets an advantage. Flying fireballs. Hooded mage. Okay. On his turn, I think Senfeo would look at you. Trying to think how to word this exactly. He would look at you with a concerned but like determined expression. And he would like to use his turn to teleport you to safety. But Lyri, you do get like the inkling that, oh, he's not like going to fight alongside me, he's going to teleport me away. And you will have like the opportunity to talk to him if that's not what you want, okay?
Mm-hmm. Who's teleporting me again?
Senfeo, your brother.
We were gonna leave anyway, so sure.
No, I mean he's teleporting you away from this particular dangerous situation while he's left to face it alone.
Oh, Jesus. Wait a second. Ooh. Probably not, no.
Well, you look into his eyes and you get the inkling of like, oh, that's what he's going to do. He's going to teleport me to safety. But you have the opportunity before he does that to dissuade him if you don't want that.
I'll just tell him to get out of there.
I'm afraid there's no exit where we are. I at least have to save you. I couldn't.
Teleport yourself out. I can teleport myself.
Out of the question. I already.
I can teleport myself. I can blink. I can do cool things. Leave. Oh my god, you're stressing me out. I start pulling on my eyebrows. I start pulling with the hair out. I'm mad.
He sighs, but instead of teleporting, he will attempt to throw a fireball back at the mage.
Oh my god.
What's the guy's quick? Oh yeah. And the opposing mage dodges. That was Senfeo's turn. Melwyn, aka the other Blood Oath leader, on her turn will just roll her eyes at this and go to join her companions. Cherry will remain on the undead ship. Buhd and Lyri, it is your guys' turn.
Okay, I guess I'll go first. Can I try and recreate the spell and do it on him? I'm tired of his bogus.
To teleport Senfeo to safety, you can.
Yeah.
Let me how have you ever teleported someone before?
Probably not well. Could be a bad situation where he ends up on a mountain somewhere. But I don't want to. I don't want him in here, so I'm gonna try to teleport him anyway. And if I can't do it, then at least I tried.
Okay, I will need two rolls from you to see if you succeed. First, I'd like a clever roll from you, and then a careful roll. Okay?
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay. With the clever, I will say that you understand the fundamentals of the spell enough to do it. With the bad careful, you understand that you're not exactly sure where you would teleport him. Would you still like to go through with it?
Yes, I'll still do it. Oh my god, this is going to end horribly.
Okay. Let me think. Okay, I'm going to roll a d5. Let me determine of where you teleport him. One.
He ends up in a big old witch's cauldron.
Okay. Okay, you have teleported Senfeo to the undead ship.
Oh! That's where all the Blood Elves were anyway. That's
Well,
fine.
not yet. He's the first Blood Elf to reach the undead ship.
But still, like, it's not that bad. It might be poked a little bit, but who cares?
I will say there was an option where he would have died. So, sure.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, oh god, he's gonna like teleport into like hell.
Now, like in terms of game mechanics, it is still your turn.
Ooh, okay. I just kind of give a deadpan look at them, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
They all appear hostile. None of them say anything, but you do get the inkling that they are going to attempt to kill you.
Well, I guess I would just kind of like stand there and like kind of whistle and pace around a little bit because I'm not having this. I want to see what they're gonna do.
Okay, they will act on their turn. Are you skipping your turn, or?
Yeah, sure. I'll skip my turn.
Okay. Bud, what are you doing?
Bud is still kind of holding his eye even after Zogaga kind of healed it,
Mm-hmm.
and approaches Benjamin. What are
Aren't
we
you still
doing?
next to me? Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
What we doing again?
I guess we're fighting Bladebeard's new friends.
We are fighting the Alliance.
Same story then. Okay.
I'm gonna get into trouble.
Bud will help then. And Bud will draw his sword, I guess. Are they in view?
They are like below deck. You would have to go down a small flight of stairs,
Okay.
and you are able to do that if that's what you want. But I will mention you will be like the first to go there. Okay.
Is it possible to create an advantage like Benjamin's doing?
Sure. Benjamin and Bladebeard seem to be operating under the assumption that they will wait for the enemy to go to them. It's up to you if you want to go below them yourself or to wait alongside them.
I'd say Bud is more so his advantage, I guess, would be more like sharpening his sword or some like readying, I guess, for battle. Something like that.
Sure. Give me careful, I guess, difficulty 2. Not quite good enough. You're still a little bit uneasy from all these events, and you're maybe not thinking 100% clearly yet.
He's very groggy.
Makes sense. Okay. The undead orc will skip his turn. The woman with the glaive will charge at you, Lyri. How do you defend yourself?
Just try to, like, I guess, drop to the floor. I don't know. Try and avoid the slash if it's coming. Assuming there's a slash coming.
Roll your quickness, please. Tie means she gets an advantage. Okay. Quick slashes. Woman with glaive. Okay. Ironbeard will remain on the ship. What does Frignir do, if anything?
Oh yeah, Frignir. He will scan the orc dude. Why not?
Okay.
Do you have his
Yeah,
his
I
aspects?
have it. Okay. Obviously be a careful roll, but let me think of the difficulty. What is okay? Difficulty 6 to learn trouble, and difficulty 4 to learn a tertiary, and a 2 to learn a high concept. Okay.
Right.
Can you roll for Frignir?
4.
So you would learn his tertiary aspect, which is that the remains still hold power, is what it's called.
All right.
Signifying the fact that he is a corpse, but still the corpse is somehow imbued with magical energy itself. Basically, it's not just Zulgaga's magic; it also has innate magic of its own. Okay.
Yeah.
Frignir would realize that, and you and Frignir get that advantage that you can also pass to other people if need be. Okay. The undead crew will continue to take the weapons off the Blood Elves, and the Blood Elves will continue to surrender them. Zulgaga will return to her ship. The Draenei lady will also attempt to attack you, Lyri. How do you defend yourself? With her daggers.
Well, I would just try to, like, I'm on the ground, so I'm gonna try and roll out the way, like, on my side.
Roll me your quick then,
Brute
please.
forwards.
Yeah.
Okay. My phone. There we go. Wait, quick. Oh shit, that's the wrong one. Quick. Jesus, what is there with these rolls? It's insane.
Very nice. You dodge with absolute grace, which is surprising considering the fact that you're rolling on the ground, and you gain an advantage. What would you like your advantage to be called?
Call it rolling around at the speed of sound.
Okay. Can always count on you to come up with references.
Okay.
Okay. That was the Drow Knight's turn. Benjamin and Bladebeard, it is the two of your turns.
We still don't see them, right?
Correct.
They are below.
That is correct. Well, at least as far as you're aware.
Are you sure they're coming? They could be like killing people downstairs.
Yeah, I mean, that Blood Elf chick and the Blood Elf mage are still there. Lyri, right?
That's dangerous. Shouldn't we help them?
And yeah, sure. Let's go.
You two are able to go if you so desire.
Alright, I'll move in.
Which one of you would be first?
Not me.
I guess I'll reluctantly take the lead.
Yeah, I'm a range fighter this time. I have a bow.
Well, I have two axes. I'm a ranged fighter as well.
Okay, so instead of going, you guys are arguing over who should go first. Buhd, you are also on the scene, even though it's not your turn, but you can also intervene in the discussion.
I think we should go fight.
Alright, I'll go first. Alright.
Such a gentle dwarf.
Yeah. I'll try to kind of very quietly go downstairs.
I mean, they showed up next to you, so maybe you should talk to them.
I get the sense that they don't want to talk. I tried. I said greetings.
Well, did you anger the Alliance before or something?
Probably, yeah.
Well, I guess you are a pirate after all.
I
am a pirate.
Buhd is also a pirate. We did anger the Horde not so long ago too.
Meanwhile, Lyri's dying.
Alright, I'll quietly go downstairs.
Well, go right ahead.
I say that out of the character. I go quietly downstairs, alright?
Okay. Bladebeard, as you go downstairs, you will see, first off, you will hear sounds of fighting. The first thing you see is the hooded mage, who is preparing a spell to cast at someone, either Lyri or her brother, you're not sure. Do you continue to move down?
No, as soon as I see him, I shoot at him. I shoot an arrow at him.
Okay, I will need you to make a careful attack because you've never used a bow and arrow before.
But I'm sneaky. But alright.
Well,
careful.
I guess, but you've never used an arrow before is the thing.
Yeah. Sure. Alright, careful. 4. No, 2.
He opposed with his careful, and basically he noticed you at the last second and manages to dodge you. You feel that you've got this guy's attention.
Or maybe I do hit him, but since the arrow was upside down,
it does no damage. Or that's well, because he defended with careful, which was his ability to notice his surroundings. He noticed you. Okay. Benjamin?
Where is Bladebeard?
You kind of see like the top of his head, and you get the inkling that he's shooting at someone with a bow and arrow. poorly, but he is.
Then I guess first I kind of try to get closer and just try to say, well, in a somewhat low voice, Bladebeard, what do you see then there?
As you would approach, you would see this hooded mage look up with a hostile intent at Bladebeard.
I feel like I have to ask, do I notice that it kind of has no face?
How should I say this? Above board. Like I mentioned to you guys, this is a character that appears in lore, and I showed you how he looks. In the lore, like he's portrayed either so that his hood covers up his face, or that he's wearing a pale mask that covers his face. So depending on the lighting, well actually the lighting would probably show that he's wearing a pale mask. Make sense?
Okay. Can I see Lyri?
No, not yet. Nor the other two assailants.
Okay.
Yet, I should say.
I'll do my thing as a ranged fighter, and I'll just run down the stairs and try to toss an axe at the strange dude.
Okay, give me your forceful, quick, or careful. I will accept either of those.
Yeah, I guess I go quick since I want to surprise him, I guess.
Sure. Sure. And you managed to deal 2 damage to him. Throwing axes is definitely something that he did not expect. Well done on that front. Okay. On his turn, seeing that you're the bigger threat, he will throw a fireball at you. How do you defend yourself?
I'll jump to the side.
Give me a quick, please. You dodge to the side without issue. Well done. Okay. Senfeo will do something on his turn, but he is far away, so you guys won't notice. Melwyn, the Blood Oath Archer, looks at you guys with like, what the hell are you guys doing, but does nothing. Cherry will also... Oh, never mind. DoomGoblin, Bladebeard. Since Frignir is on the ship, he would notice. I'm sorry about that. Frignir would notice the Blood Oath Mage, Senfeo, get teleported to the ship. He looks around in confusion, and then he's taken as a hostage by all the other undead. And Frignir will have a chance to intervene on his turn, okay?
Alright.
Okay. That was Melwyn. Cherry is one of the ones who will take Senfeo hostage. Buhd and Lyri, it is your guys' turns.
Lyri doesn't want to be here anymore, so she's going to try to scramble from the floor and get past everybody and up the stairs because she wants the word of Zulgalga because she's very, very upset.
So you're
So
basically...
she's going to try and make a run for it.
Basically these guys have like the 2 ladies, I should say, have penned you in a little bit. So you'd have to make a roll to get past them, okay?
Yes, I'm fine with that.
Okay, then roll
That's
me-
kind of what I was implying. I'll use my...
Unless you're using your stunt, or... I didn't hear you.
I'll use... I'll try quick,
You're cutting out a little bit. You try to...
but
what?
yeah, I can use my
You can-
stunt also.
Well,
If
if you use your stunt, since
this,
yours...
but this turn I want to use one quick first at least.
Okay, can you hear me now, Zelris?
Yes.
Okay, 'cause we didn't really hear much of what you said. But if you're using your stunt, you will not...
I'm not going to be a quick roll.
Yeah, pretty much. If you're using your stunt, you will not need to roll. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. You will not need to roll if you're using your stunt.
I said that, yeah, I could use my stunt, but
Okay, so you're not. Okay.
I'm not.
Okay, okay. My apologies,
I
technical
didn't hear anything you
difficulties.
said either, but I want to just do quick first and do stunt later.
Okay, the Draenei blocks your path. It is still your turn.
Can I do the stunt now then?
Yep.
Okay, that's fair.
Where would you teleport to?
Where can I see? Can I at least see to the stairwell?
You
Or
can
whatever
see
it's
you
called,
can see to
staircase?
you can see to the stairwell, and you see that the mage guy is fighting someone on the stairwell, but you're not sure who.
I'll probably want to try and teleport to the stairwell and just try and avoid the attacks. I am invisible, so I'm
Mhm.
going to take the risk. I'm going to take the risk of an accidental hit.
Makes sense. You teleport like in between, like in front of the mage, not like in front of him, but yeah. You see that he is currently fighting Benjamin and Bladebeard.
Head empty. I'm going to try and run.
You will try to run. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to roll for that.
Bladebeard business. Not mine.
What's that about Bladebeard? I'm sorry.
I said Lyri doesn't care about this because this is Bladebeard business. She has to settle a score with Roseguard.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. You managed to move past these people without anyone noticing you because of your invisibility spell. So good on you for that. Well, actually,
Awesome.
Benjamin and Bladebeard, can you roll me careful to see if you hear footsteps? You might be able to hear those.
It is pretty quiet. Makes sense.
Oh,
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, both you guys hear footsteps. Bladebeard, you would deduce that it's probably Lyri.
I mean, would my stunt apply here?
Then yeah, your stunt would apply. You would also deduce that it's probably Lyri.
Can we talk or no?
Of course. Talking is a free action.
How far is Bladebeard?
I imagine him like kind of next to you, or like at most a meter apart from you.
Did you hear that, Bladebeard?
Yeah, I think that was Lily.
Excuse me.
Well, I guess she's safe. I think we can move back a little.
Yeah. Is there any other? Are there still people on the boat? Like blood elves and undead?
You're asking above board. The blood
Yeah,
elves
sure.
and the undead are still on board. The process of surrender has only like begun. Not all the blood elves have turned their weapons in yet, for instance.
All right.
It will take at least like another half an hour because the undead will also want to loot the blood elf ship, etc., etc. You would notice that because you're experienced with like looting ships.
So what are you suggesting, Benjamin? We just run?
Yeah, I can throw my other axe, and that should give us a second or two to just run back.
You are able to do
Alright.
that on your
Sure.
turn. You are able to do that on your turns. But this was just conversation, okay?
Yeah.
So Lyri, where are you headed to after you've cleared this sort of battlefield?
The undead battleship. I'm assuming that's where
Okay.
I saw Zelgarga last, and I wanna.
Yep. You will head in that direction. Very well. But it is your turn.
Buhd will head downstairs with the rest, following after them, and he will join the fray in attacking the mage person.
Yeah, you see Bladebeard and Benjamin at this sort of standoff with the hooded mage. They seem like they're preparing to back off, but you arrive like before they have a chance to do that, and you're able to act if that's what you want to do.
Oh, you're here, but shoot your cannon.
Who am I shooting at?
I I don't know, honestly.
Maybe
Bladebeard,
shoot the floor.
Bladebeard and Buhd, above board, if you shoot the cannon, you'll poke a big hole in the ship.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My
Yeah.
idea was like shoot to the like in front, kind of, so we
Well,
won't like.
because he's at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, is it underwater already?
Well, not necessarily that it's underwater, but you'd be shooting down, is the thing.
Oh, then I don't say anything.
Buhd, shoot the cannon.
Is this a good idea? Last time, we do something like this, ship not do so well.
I mean, this isn't our ship.
Well, the last one wasn't our ship either, but okay. But I guess we'll shoot then, as asked by his friends.
Well, I didn't ask it.
Well, Bladebeard, I guess, asked. And he's taking suggestions at this point.
Sure. It'll be a forceful attack, obviously, with a +6 bonus, I guess. Okay.
Alright, I will roll. Oh boy.
Ooh, nice. So 10 points of damage. Okay, really nice. How would this guy take 10? He will take his level 3 stress and his level 1 stress, and he will take a level 6 consequence. Do you have anything in mind for what the consequence should be called?
Cannonballed.
Sure. Cannon is spelled with 2 N's, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 N is canon as in lore. 2 N's is yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Duly noted.
Holy guacamole.
Well, very well done. The undead orc on his turn. DoomGoblin and Bladebeard, since Frignir is there, you would notice. The undead orc takes Senfeo, who was taken hostage by the other undead, and grabs his arm, and he seems to be like searing it, like he's burning something into his arm, if that makes sense, and Senfeo yells out in pain.
Alright.
Feel free to roll Frignir's Careful, and I can maybe give you more details, okay?
Alright.
No, Frignir, as much as he understands stuff about like engineering, he doesn't quite understand fell magic, unfortunately. Okay?
Alright.
The woman with the glaive on her turn will see the mage.
Can
Go ahead.
can Frignir try to do something? Like,
It's not his turn yet.
or it's not his. Oh, yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. Sorry.
Mhm. Yeah. The woman with the glaive on her turn. But do you want to describe the scene of you shooting the cannon? Like, what happens? And what happens to the mage when you do that?
Well, he was told to shoot the cannon at the ship. So he fired it, I guess, there, and I guess the mage fell in? Like, into
So
a bunch of splinters, I guess?
So you weren't even aiming at the mage?
Yeah, I said the Bud was gonna do what Bladebeard said. I just figured that the mage was gonna get the one hit somehow. That's what I figured. I was confused, I guess.
Okay. Well, I don't want to negate your role. You still do your damage, but because of that, you don't like say sever any of his limbs or whatever. You just like knock him down, and the woman with the glaive will help this guy up and assume a defensive position, and I will have her roll to create an advantage, basically.
Alrighty.
and she creates an advantage on that note. Defensive position. Okay. Okay. Ironbeard on his turn won't do anything. It is Frignir's turn.
Yeah, let's just do the thing again with the troll face orc.
You do.
I want to learn one of his aspects again.
Do you not do anything regarding Senfeo?
No, he's
Okay.
a blood elf prisoner.
Sure. Then give me Frignir's Careful again. If you please.
5.
Okay. Well, 5 is not good enough for his trouble, but it's good enough for his high concept, which is
Alright.
animated husk of a powerful warlock, which you already knew. It was the easiest one to get.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, we'll come up with ways how to use them eventually, I hope.
Sure. That was Frignir's turn. The undead crew will continue searching the blood elves. The blood elves will continue surrendering. Okay. Zolgalga on her turn will arrive on the undead ship. See Senfeo and like walk up to him, like sort of inspect him like he's some sort of like piece of meat at the market or whatever. And she says something in Zandali, which none of you understand. And Senfeo will be taken away. The Draenei lady on her turn will also assume like a defensive position. So she will roll her advantage to create an advantage, and she does. Okay. Good defenses, I'll call it. Okay. Benjamin and Bladebeard, it is your turns at this point.
Oh yeah, Benjamin, should we maybe try to talk with them now? Maybe.
Well, they seem to have stood down a bit with the cannonball, so I don't think it would hurt to try.
Yeah, oh yeah. Hello there, you three. Have you... Why have...
But by the way, how far away are they?
So like, they aren't in your visual range, and they're like a little bit off, if that makes sense. You see like their shadows, like preparing to in a defensive position, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So like the bottom of their feet.
Okay.
Also, I mentioned that it's Benjamin and Bladebeard's turns, but Buhd is also there. It's not his turn, but he can also participate in the conversation. Okay.
Alright.
So, what did you say you were calling out to them?
Yeah. I come a bit closer.
As you come a bit closer, you get a better look at how they look, and they glare at you menacingly. They do not appear to be backing down.
Hey, why have you come here? To kill Zugalga, right? To end the storm? If so, we have a common enemy. We don't like her either.
They brandish their weapons at you and do not appear to be listening to you.
Any luck, Bladebeard?
What?
Any luck?
No. It seems that they don't speak common.
Those are some strange alliance folks.
I guess we keep fighting. Any ideas?
Well, like we talked, we should maybe go to the main deck.
Alright. I guess we walk back upstairs.
Okay. You're free to-
I just wave at them and leave.
The only reason they're not attacking you is because it's not their turn.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Benjamin and Buhd, you see Bladebeard slowly retreating. And I say slowly as in you're not leaving your back exposed, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He is not pursued. What do
You coming, Benjamin?
Yeah, right behind you.
All right.
Benjamin, do you also follow, since it's also your turn?
Yep.
Okay. So in terms of narrative, you guys move back to the deck of the ship. And what do you do to spend your turns in terms of mechanics, if anything?
I guess I'll try to create another advantage by, positioning myself at the door in a way to, if they show up, I'm like, surprise.
Give me another careful then, please. You successfully do so. I'll give you another charge on ready for anything, okay?
Yep.
Bladebeard?
So, is the door like in the ground, right? Or is it?
It's not a door. It's basically like an opening with stairs going down, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Can I? Is it possible to go around the hall and
Yes.
so I'm like behind them when they come out?
Yes.
All right, I'll do that. I'll prepare to sneak
Mhm.
attack them from
Then
back.
roll me a sneaky to create an advantage.
Awesome. 5.
You do so and you gain 2 charges on it. What would you like your advantage to be called?
Oh man. Sneak attack.
Sure. Quick and easy. Very well. Okay. The hooded mage will do something, but since none of you can see him, I won't tell you. Senfeo on his turn will struggle in his restraints, Bladebeard via Frignir, you see this. But fail. Melvin...
Wait,
Go
can
ahead.
Is Bladebeard like able to see everything that Frignir sees?
I don't think you would see it as in like through his eyes, but you get like, how should I say this? In the back of your mind, you are aware of like Frignir's will and immediate knowledge, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
but
alright.
But not necessarily through his senses, okay?
Yeah, makes sense, yeah.
Melvin will continue to stare at you people like you're a bunch of crazy people. Cherry will do nothing. Buhd and Lyri, what do you guys do?
So I'm at the ship, right?
You are approaching the undead ship. As you're going to the undead ship, you'll see like the undead continuing to search the blood oaths. And as you reach the undead ship, at this point I think you have reached it, you will see Senfeo held in place by several undead. His arm is like scorching from fellfire, like he has been branded, like he's like a cow or something. And Zulgaga like inspecting him like a piece of meat.
Well, I dash over and I shout, Zulgaga, and I point my finger at her.
She turns around slowly and says, "There you be. I've been looking for you."
I've been looking for you too. I want a meeting, Miss Pirate Captain Zulgaga.
She slowly walks in your direction and says, Good. 'Cause I be thinking the same thing too. I was very disappointed with what you did on the ship. Decided on your own that these people should be spared. That's not what I asked for, my dear guest. And so I think I have a way to motivate you to work better with us. she says with a
I
smile.
kind of peer over her shoulder and I'm like, I nod my head.
She will walk up to you and like put her hand on your shoulder.
I'll look into her eyes and I'll say, do you want to go to your private chambers and we can discuss this further? And I grin.
She will attempt to turn you around.
Turn me around.
Like
I'll
so that you're facing the Blood Oath ship, if that makes sense.
I'll kind of gently resist. And I'll say, come on, maybe over some nice wine and food. I know you like that.
Well, that is
Like
precisely what I be trying to do. I want you to pick our next meal. And now you understand why she is trying to turn you into the direction of the Blood Oath ship.
I will let her do that then. But and I'll try to keep a calm demeanor because inside this whole last day I'm going insane slowly. I'm going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna act cool. I'll do it. I'm gonna turn me around.
So, as you turn around, she still has like a hand on your shoulder and says, so, who shall be our next meal? You got so many appetizing prisoners, and I had to say, I've rarely tasted elf before.
Are the ones that, our friend Buhd dealt with, are they fine? Or do you want one that's still kicking?
Kicking would be best. The taste of fear as the dying man draws his last breath be just too exquisite to miss out on. And I'm sure it'd be all the better for an elf.
I'm just gonna pick the first elf that I come in contact with because I'm not in the position to analytically judge who's the most worthy to live and die. I'll just pick the first person I see.
Sure. You do that. You point at like the closest elf, a random marine, and he's like taken by the undead and like taken on board the undead ship. Zolgalga sort of frowns at you and says, "That was a very quick decision, my good man."
What can I say? Best solution to a problem is usually the easiest one. And he was just the closest.
But have you seen how thin she is? Oh, my dear. She won't do at all. Have you seen Bud's appetite? No. I think...
I thought it was just between me and you. Do you want a whole course?
I think she once again turns you around. Do you allow it?
Yeah.
Turns you around to face Senfeo and says, "I've never tasted elf spellcaster before. It must be quite exquisite."
You're not gonna do that.
Oh, and why would I not?
I'm pretty sure you know why. You wouldn't be doing this if you didn't.
Enlighten me, my dear.
All I'll say is that one's worth keeping around.
Oh, and why be that? Do you know him?
You'll finally have something to control me, Make sure I don't do anything bad again.
What do you mean control you? Who be this man?
Just, I kind of get him. Just a family member. I kind of give them a deadpan stare.
Very nice, very nice. She looks you in the eyes with like a fake sympathetic look and says, I have family members I really want to kill too. Don't you want to taste this one's meat?
Not particularly. I'm kind of give her a deadpan look.
Oh, but I'm sure it would be exquisite. To eat your own family, I have to say, even I haven't done that. Ooh, sends me shivers on my spine.
If he dies, I'll have no reason not to send this boat to the bottom of the ocean. Did you see what I did to the moon song? At least keep him hostage so I don't do anything bad.
Roll me either a flashy or forceful.
Okay, I hit my flashy, so let me find it again.
Sure.
Oh jeez, I'll hide careful then. Did that work? Did I score a
Yeah,
flashy?
it worked. Not bad, not bad. She frowns a little bit. She sighs at you and says, well, still, you'd be right. I think this one does have value, although not necessarily for the reasons you'll be telling me. She then yells out something in Zandali. You don't speak Zandali, correct?
Nope, I do not.
Okay. She yells out something in Zandali, and you see that the undead prepare to take Senfail away, presumably to the rest of the prisoners.
I kind of nod and give a big grin to Zolgarga. How about you be repairing my friend Buhd's eye too? Can't have him be losing it.
She chuckles for a little bit and says, that was a nasty gush, you know that. I didn't know you had it in you.
I didn't either.
Still,
It can be.
Buhd was so magnificent back there, slaughtering so many of your people. I heard that a lot of your people died when the undead came. I'm sure it must have brought back some tasty memories.
I kind of give Zolgarga a deadpan stare again. Then I just kind of roll my eyes.
She laughs and says, you'll be no fun. And she turns around. It is still your turn, technically.
I'm gonna ask her again. You're gonna repair Buhd's eye, whether you like it or not. I can't be having him lose it.
She'll say, oh, I already fixed his eye. Oh, Zulgalga's kiss can't do anything. She says that without looking at you.
Oh, I kind of freeze up because I didn't expect that.
She continues
And,
walking away.
I tried to think of something else that I want to bargain with because the Archmage.
She stops when you say that and turns around.
Can you promise the Archmage's safety?
She laughs and turns around again.
I will follow Zolgarga then.
She will head.
Honest.
She will head into her personal cabin, which is guarded.
Dang.
I mean,
I guess I'll go.
You're free to try to force your
I
way
don't know.
in if you want.
I'll look at the guards and I'll kind of ask them when my meeting with Zolgarga is.
They stare at you blankly.
I guess I'll try and knock on the door then.
You knock on the door and there is no response.
Do I still have... No, I don't. Okay. I guess I just kind of... I'll inspect the door, see what kind of door it is.
Give me a careful look. Careful check, please.
Will do. I think I need to... Yeah, I need to re-enable careful because I just got rid of it. Okay. This phone stinks.
If you want, I can roll on your behalf. Up to you.
I'll do it. Alright, it's fine.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Did you roll? It hasn't
Yes.
shown up yet.
Is it showing up now?
Oh yeah. Okay.
How bad is it?
-1 and -2. I'll take the -1.
You can take the -2 if you really want.
No. I'll take the -1. Since it's the first one. So it's a wooden door. That's what I can tell you.
Awesome.
Seems solid. At the very least, you determined that with your small muscles, you wouldn't be able to brute force it.
I'll just try opening the door by the handle, you know?
The undead guards draw their weapons.
I would just kind of look at them while holding the handle for like 10 seconds.
One of them will, if it was their turn, he would attack your arm. You get the
Do we know that?
You get the inkling that he is preparing to strike at your arm, but since it's your turn,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the handle in.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm just sitting outside Zulgarga's door looking really, really upset, so that's gonna be me.
Okay. Buhd, what do you do?
Buhd would probably be rejoining with Benjamin and Captain Bladebeard then, since they are leaving.
Okay. The two of them are like standing guard at the stairs, and you see them in this like defensive position.
The both Ben and Captain Bladebeard?
Yep. Bladebeard is watching the back, preparing to attack from behind, and Ben is watching the front.
I guess Buhd would also watch the front then, in a defensive stance, as he like backs away.
Okay. Would you, in terms of game mechanics, would you like to like create an advantage like the other two have?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Then roll me your careful, please.
Ooh.
No, you're still a bit with your head in the clouds, let's say. It was an intense day, to say the least.
Yeah. Get your eye chopped and memory come back a little bit. That's never fun.
Mm-hmm. That was your turn. The undead orc on his turn, Lyri, he is like on the same deck with you. He stands there menacingly and does nothing more.
Awesome.
Yeah. The woman with the glaive will do something on her turn, but since you guys don't see her, I won't tell you. Okay. Ironbeard will also stand around menacingly. What does Frignir do?
The orc warlock still has one aspect, right?
His trouble, yeah.
Oh yeah, his trouble. Yeah, I'll see if Frignir can discover that.
Give me his careful, please.
Alright. One.
Nope. Frignir is adept in engineering, not so much in magical stuff. So, yeah.
Alright.
Okay. The undead crew will continue to take stuff from the Blood Elves. The Blood Elves will continue to surrender. Zulgarga is in her cabin. The Draenei lady will do something on her turn. Benjamin and Bladebeard is your guys' turn.
They are not coming out.
Well, I hope they aren't rigging the ship to explode it or something.
I'm like, I don't know, 60% sure that they are here to kill the witch. So I don't know why. I don't know why they want to kill us.
Well, why would you say that in the first place? I know they're alliance, but this is a Blood Elf ship. So
I don't know. Maybe we should just hide somewhere and let them go and find Zulgarga.
what do you mean? There's people on the boat.
Well, then they'll fight undead. Better than us.
Well, Didn't Zulgalga kind of ask us to, take care of them?
Yeah, she did. And
Well, if we don't, she still has Meridia hostage in case you don't remember.
fine.
Let's just wait a bit more, and if they don't come out, I guess we go back in.
Alright, I also have another plan, but it's stupid. But
Well,
if this doesn't work,
at this point, I'm all ears.
no, if they don't come out, then I'll try. Let's just stay outside for now.
Sure.
Buhd is also there, and he can also respond to you guys if he wants. Just that he can't
You-
act.
You think a hole in ship will make boat sink?
Probably.
I will
Then they have to
mention-
come out.
I will mention Benjamin, from your vantage point. You do see like the ship start taking water from the hole in the ship.
Well, I'm no shipmaster, but I assume with enough time it will sink. But not for though. Would I know how long on average it would take?
Give me a careful or clever, I think. It would take at least like 5-ish minutes, at least.
Oh, that's way less than I thought.
Well, you're right. At least for 10-15 minutes, let's say. The Blood Oath ship is not that big. It's smaller than the Moonsong's Folly.
Well, with a hole that size, maybe 10 minutes? What do you think, Captain?
What?
Well,
What, 10 minutes?
for the ship to sink.
Oh. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe they'll teleport out, or they'll come up.
Hopefully.
One of them is obviously a mage, right? He can teleport.
Well, and he shot fireball, right?
Yeah. So we just stay outside and get ready to attack again.
Yeah, if they come, I guess we'll just have to stab them, I guess.
If you want, you guys can, for your like actions, again roll advantages.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
let's hear from the advantages.
Sure. Give me both your carefuls, please.
Can I do sneaky?
Oh, right. Sneaky for Bladebeard, yeah.
Alright.
Both of you, well, Benjamin gets 1 extra charge, Bladebeard gets 2 extra charges, okay?
Oh. Alright.
Okay, well done. Very well. The hooded mage will do something. Okay. Senfeo will be probably taken with the other prisoners. Melwyn actually will walk up to you guys and she will say something in Fallacian. Benjamin, you realize that it's like a general query of what are you doing, and you think you heard also a naughty word, but you're not sure.
Can I assume that I would know I would know how to say I can speak Thalassian?
I think you would, yeah.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and say that.
She says something that sounds exasperated.
I'll kind of just scratch my head.
She points with her finger towards... Oh, she walks up to you guys and sees the hole in the ship. And she, like, looks agitated. And once again says something in Fallacian. She seems angry and confused.
I kind of try to motion with my hands and kind of try to say some maybe keywords that I would perhaps know. And try to explain that the ship is gonna sink in a bit.
She has an expression of like, no duh, but once again asks you something in Fallacian that sounds, "What are you doing?"
I'll point towards the hallway and try to explain there's some mean people down there.
Give me either careful or clever to see how well you convey that. Okay, I think that's sufficient. I think, well,
And I think I'll go ahead and specify, like, mimicking, like, trying to touch long ears and try to explain they're not blood elves.
oh, that will backfire. She thinks you're being racist.
Oh no.
The difficulty I had in mind was 4, and I was contemplating giving it to you, but no, what you are doing will definitely backfire.
Oh, can I use a fate point and try to fix the racism?
Sure, what are you invoking?
I guess I'll go ahead and invoke Adventuring Sellsword. I guess I know maybe a few words in other languages, and I can save myself from risk situations.
Sure, I will accept that. Okay. So, the idea that you're conveying is that there's a bunch of bad guys that are not elves below deck, correct?
Yeah.
She frowns at you. She looks at Bladebeard and says something in Fallacian. Benjamin, you would understand that she's asking for something. Something. When I say something like an object, is what I mean.
I think she's asking for one of your beard knives.
Or maybe her bow. I don't know.
Do you have your bow? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Isn't she like tied down?
No.
She's still
I'm gonna
free.
be honest with you. You're always drunk, so I'm not sure a bow is the right weapon for you.
I mean, she wants her bow, right?
Yeah, I think so.
How do I know that she won't shoot me?
I mean, we're 2 and she's 1.
You're
3.
free. You're free.
Yeah.
I guess we can whack her if she tries to attack us.
Sure. Come here, elf. I'll give you your bow and arrows.
She replies with something in Fallacian. Benjamin, you understand something about needing an object.
Just go to her, Bladebeard. Just the language barrier isn't helping.
I'm hidden here. I need to stay here.
I guess I'll try. Again, I'll try to mimic and spew a few words to try to explain that Bladebeard is kind of trying to hide, so she should come to him.
She says something like extremely offensive that you would understand is like a big cuss word. So she like shakes her head in exasperation and pulls out a hidden knife she had and slowly goes downstairs stealthily.
Should we help her, Bladebeard?
I really don't know. I don't know who's my enemy, who's my ally anymore.
I mean, at this point, I think my enemy is the person who tried to shoot me with a fireball. I mean, in their defense, I guess I threw an axe first, but, well.
Yeah, they tried to kill me first, so.
Well, maybe
the
this
enemy.
is a good opportunity to get an advantage, perhaps. So, and I think you should once again give her the bow back.
Can I like as she is going downstairs, at one point she'll be like directly below me, right?
Yeah, but Zelris, there's a lot of background noise coming from you. There's
Oh,
background
sorry.
noise. Don't worry. Yeah, at one point she would be below you, Bladebeard.
Alright, I'll like kneel down and give her the bow.
She snatches it from your hand aggressively.
And like her arrows as well.
She snatches those too.
Don't tell them I'm hiding here, alright?
I guess a thank you would have gone a long way, but
She replies something in Fallacian to you that you do not understand.
I'm not really speaking to her. I guess I'll just
No,
speak.
she says to Bladebeard. Something in Fallacian to Bladebeard that Bladebeard doesn't understand and continues on his way. Benjamin, you're a bit far away to hear what she said. But it didn't sound pretty.
Okay, whatever. I assume she called him a much worse version of Beardling.
Maybe. That was her turn. Cherry for her turn will do nothing. Buhd and Lyri, it's your guys' turn.
Well, I guess since I'm separated, I go first.
Sure.
The guy with the massive hole in him is like there, isn't he?
Yep.
The orc.
Yep.
Can I go up to him?
Of course.
Can I try and put my hand through his hole, or will he not let me?
Oh, I'm gonna clip that link.
You can do it, I don't care.
You do that and he glares at you but does nothing.
Should I? He's not weakened, but I'm gonna do it anyway for the shits and giggles.
Oh, you're stunned.
I'm crazy. I'm psycho. I'm gonna try it. It's gonna backfire, but you know what? I'm very mad, so I'm gonna try and mana tap this guy.
Okay, interesting. Well, under normal circumstances, this wouldn't have worked, obviously, but since you're literally inside of him,
Awesome. I should get inside of people more.
sure.
Wow.
I'm trying to think what would
You
you'd feel as you go. We're
horrible.
Sure. You would feel like a surge of energy going through you. An energy that is, well, unfortunately familiar to you because you're a blood oath at the end of the day. And you've had to consume fell magic in your lifetime. But this is the first time you've ever consumed like such a large quantity of fell magic, and it is overwhelming. What happens in terms of narrative is you mana tap him while your hand is inside of him. Both of you like recoil in shock. He like falls to the ground, and you presumably do as well. And you feel this surge of power going through you that is like simultaneously very strengthening, but you feel as if it's the strength that this power is like derived from the fact that it's eating you from the inside out.
It's scary. Yeah. I shouldn't have done that.
You feel like you're
I'm
conversely
feeling instant regret.
well, you're feeling both as if you're powerful enough to do anything you'd like, but you also feel like your insides are on fire.
Oh
And
god,
as-
this is a massive regret.
And as you look at your hand, you see like your veins highlighted with like fell green
Oh
energy.
no. Okay.
And I would say that if like this mana tap had been like a more lengthy process, it would have definitely like provoked even more physical transformations. But at this point, it's just the veins on your hand are glowing green, and you feel like you're burning from the inside out, but you also feel extremely powerful.
Oh god, my eyes kind of glaze over a bit because I've been so caught up the last few days I've been driven so far that now I'm like finally being snapped back to reality because I'm in agonizing pain.
Mm-hmm.
That is kind of stay nude on the ground, and my eyes kind of glaze over for a bit, and I kind of think about life and what's led me to this point where I'm doing crazy stuff like this.
Okay. Would you like to do anything in terms of game mechanics for your turn, or I mentioned because of your stunt. I'll give you like 2 advantages that you can use, basically to represent the fact that you absorbed a decent amount of fel powered, basically.
Can I try and get another advantage on top of that?
Also regarding your fel power, or
Well, yeah, just as my action this turn.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to get advantage because I'm on the floor and I'm trying to cope with the fact that I'm in pain, and trying to cope with the power, I guess.
give me
That'd be forceful, right? Because
I was thinking more like careful or clever, because you're trying to manage it, not suppress it. Unless you are trying to suppress it, up to you.
I'm not trying to suppress it. So okay, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, then I think clever or careful, either would work.
Not very well. Okay. Oof.
It's enough to give you another charge. I will say that. You're like taking stock of what just happened to you, and you realize that this like fel power that you absorbed won't go away anytime soon.
Ooh.
Above board, you would have to spend all 3 of these advantages for the fel power to like dissipate out of you. I'll also mention, when you absorb this fel energy, like I said, your veins will glow green. For the moment, there won't be any other physical changes, but if you keep this fel power inside of you for long enough, there will be.
Oh no. Okay, I see what you're saying here.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Buhd, it is your turn.
Alright, they haven't come up, I assume, yet, have they?
Correct, but the blood of Archer has gone down.
Oh. Well, I was gonna create, but was gonna use anything that was on the ship as a barricade. As an advantage.
And you still can, but keep in mind that also Benjamin and Bladebeard are there and you're able to consult with them.
But gonna stack up boxes and things as barricade.
Well, at this point, I think we should go down. We've got an extra hand to help us.
Oh, okay. We going back down now? We keep going back and forth a lot.
Bladebeard?
I don't know. I guess we are going down. This is a confusing situation we're in.
Yeah, well, you should go in last, but since you kinda got hurt in the last fight.
It's literally Bud's turn.
Yeah, but it makes sense.
Alright, I guess Bud's going back down.
You're going downstairs?
Yeah, if that's not what we're doing.
Okay. As you go downstairs, are you being stealthy or not?
I don't think Bud can be stealthy, so it's no, he is not being stealthy.
Okay. You will see at the bottom of the stairs the Blood of Archer lady, who looks very frustrated and says something at you in Fallacian. She sounds angry and frustrated.
But no understand.
She puts a finger over her lip, the universal motion of keep quiet.
Bud just kind of gives her a nod.
You see that she's like moving forward to like try to look in this below deck of the ship. It is still your turn.
I guess my advantage would be trying to see what's going on, I guess.
Okay, give me a careful check and it will assist you in, I guess. Oh, nice. Okay, you would be able to realize that there are like noises coming from how should I say, the front part of the ship. You're sort of at the back part. The noises at the front are again below deck. Are you using this again to create an advantage, or was it just for the information?
Yeah, creating an advantage.
Okay, I'll call it on the trail, unless you'd like have any other idea.
The only other idea that I had was stalked by an ogre, but that works too.
Sure. Okay. You are able to tell that there's something happening more to the front of the ship, but you're not sure what. But you are able to determine that maybe those intruders went there. You're not sure.
Okay.
The undead orc, Lyri, will rise up to his feet and, well, even though he is diminished, he will try to attack you with a fireball of fellow energy. But I will reduce his stats by 1, okay?
Okay.
How do you defend yourself against a fireball of fellow energy?
Well, I'm on the ground, so I'm going to try and roll out the way again, since that worked out so well for me before.
Roll me your quick, please.
Oh no.
Okay. How do you take 5 damage? You also have fell powered as a possible advantage for you.
Let's see, and I can't actually see my stress and fate points, so give me a second.
Okay, you have your level 3 stress box from the previous battle, and you have 2 fate points.
Okay, can I use one of my fate points?
Of course. What are you invoking?
Wait. Let me think about this. 1, 2, 3. There's no point. I'll be taking the same amount of stuff anyway. Never mind. So I'll take my level 1 stress, my level 2 stress, and my level 2 consequence.
Very well. Will do.
If I reduce it by 1, then it still doesn't matter because I'm taking the same amount.
Well, you would be reducing it by 2, not by 1, but yeah, sure.
Oh, let me think about that then. Can I do the faint point?
Of course.
I'll be doing Reckless Scoundrel then.
Makes sense. What you did was very, very reckless.
Level 1 and level 2 stresses, and not just...
Well, you can't take, like, multiple stresses. It has to be a stress and a consequence.
Oh, okay. I'll take the level 2 stress and the level 2 consequence then.
Well, you can do 1 stress and 2 consequence. You don't have to...
Same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. I'm going crazy.
You are singed by Fellfire.
So, are we taking my...
You took your level 2 consequence, singed by Fellfire.
Awesome.
Okay. The woman with the glaive will do something. Buhd, can you roll me a careful? Since you are, like, fairly close. Skoll? Can you hear us, Skoll? I guess not. Okay, the woman with the glaive will do something. Ironbeard will watch this, like, conflict between Lyri and the orc warlock, but do nothing. What does Frignir do?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Can he even do anything to help Lyri? Like, his hands are tied, right?
Yes, you're right.
And he can't do any magics. He's crafter.
Mm-hmm.
Um. And I mean, oh man, what should he do? Um. How close is he to the orc? Is he like behind him, in front of him?
He is a bit of a ways away from this conflict, but he is like in range, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Everyone is watching, so nothing sneaky really. Also, he doesn't have a good sneaky.
Oh, Skoll, are you back?
Yep, I have returned.
Okay, the only thing that you missed was sorry, DoomGoblin, just real quick. The woman
no.
with the one with the glaive was doing something, and since you're in range, you have the ability to roll your careful to see if you realize what's happening. Okay?
Oh, okay. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you want me to roll then? I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay. Nope.
Nope. Okay. DoomGoblin, continue, please.
Alright, he'll just, I don't know. He'll try to discover one of his aspects, the trouble one.
Give me another
Maybe it's
careful.
something useful.
Give me another careful.
Yep.
Lyri again, the orc also has his like aspects and troubles and consequences, and if Bladebeard allows it, you are able to use them. Okay.
By the way, Skoll message on Discord is back.
Yeah, I noticed.
5. That doesn't work, right?
You needed a 6.
But he doesn't have any aspect that helps with this. No, not really. Nope. I don't see it. So yeah, he fails.
Okay. The undead crew continue taking the weapons of the Blood Oaths. The Blood Oaths will continue giving them. Zogaga on her turn will exit her cabin and see like you, Lyri, fighting with this orc. She crosses her arms and looks to see, like wants to see how this will end up, so she will not intervene. The Draenei lady will do something, but can you give me another careful check? Nope. Okay. Benjamin and Bladebeard, it is your turns.
Well, time to go in.
Who goes first?
I guess it's only fair that I go first this time.
Alright, I'll like sneak around, sneak behind you. Alright.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. As you guys go below deck, since you share the same initiative, I'll just go ahead. You will see Melwen like sneaking away, looking through like the cabins for any signs of the enemy, and Buhd is going in a different direction, more towards the front of the ship. He's trying badly to be sneaky.
Do I remember where? Do I remember where were they last time?
The people you fought, they were like at the base of the stairs, which they obviously are not.
But didn't when we shot the cannon, didn't they go to one of the sides?
Yeah, they were like just out of view from you, and since you weren't in a position to like really see what was going on, they were able to move away without leaving traces.
Okay, so no blood on the ground or anything.
Give me a careful check, actually. No, not quite good enough. Even with your stunt, I would say it would be difficulty 4.
So, what are my options in terms of directions?
Either go after Buhd more towards the front of the ship, go after the Blood Oath Lady more towards the back and sides of the ship, or choose a completely different option.
Which is?
Let's say like the Buhd's going west, the Blood Oath Lady's going east, you can go north or south.
Is Bladebeard right behind me?
Mm-hmm.
So, I honestly don't think we should walk around alone, so Bladebeards, maybe you should go with Buhd, and I'll try to go with Mrs. Blood Elf, whatever her name is.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
Okay. So you go. What would you like to do in terms of your actions?
Wait. If you find them, make a very loud noise or something.
Sure, alright.
I guess before making an actual action, I guess I'd have to go through the path.
Sure. You go to the Blood Oath Lady, pretty much. She looks behind with a look of obvious irritation, but says nothing.
I just do my characteristic sigh.
Of course. She continues prowling around looking for people, but she doesn't detect anything. Feel free to give me your own careful check. Okay, since your stunt would apply, you realize that the part of the ship she's in, towards the back, is very, very quiet. So they're either very, very sneaky or they're not there.
Okay. Then I'll go back to my mimicking and Thalassian word spouting, trying to explain that they're probably not on this side of the ship.
Give me another careful or clever to see how well that comes across. Oh, very nice. She nods and prowls in the opposite direction, towards the front. Meanwhile, go ahead.
Was Buhd and Bladebeard going to the front as well?
Yep, well, they are ahead of you.
Then I guess I would motion to, the opposite of where we were.
Meanwhile, Bladebeard, you catch up with Buhd as he's searching in the front of the ship.
Alright, I'm I'm trying to be sneaky and be behind him. And I guess I'll backstab him. No.
Okay.
No. A joke. I'll try to see if I can find the enemy.
Give me your careful, please.
1.
You have no idea. I'm sorry.
Alright.
There's a lot
I
of
guess I'll-
background noise from the blood that was above deck, etc.
Yeah. I'll can I create more advantages?
Yes, and that applies to Benjamin as well.
Yeah, I'll be hidden behind Buhd, who is not very hidden.
Roll me your sneaky Bladebeard.
5.
Okay. You will gain another charge on sneak attack. Benjamin?
Yeah.
I guess I continue on my way.
And what do you do in terms of game mechanics, is what I mean.
I guess in I guess I'll try to get an advantage by, knowing the paths of the ship or something. I don't know.
Sure, give me your careful or clever, I guess. Up to you. Okay, sure. Would you like another charge on Bird's Eye View, the advantage you had from the previous session?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Okay. I need to look up something real quick. Where is it? Okay. Very well then. Okay, the hooded mage does something. Senfeo does something. Melwen will also follow, rejoin like you guys prowling, and she will do her own careful check once I find her. Okay, and she's still not sure where the enemy is. Cherry will do something. Buhd and Lyri, it is your guys' turns.
Okay, so I'm going to like a burst of speed. I'm going to quickly attack this undead orc with everything that I have as fast as possible.
Give me.
So I'm gonna
give me.
I'm gonna try unleashing some fell power and
Mhm.
give them a nasty little cut.
Give me your quick attack, please. He
No.
knocks you aside easily. If a cadaver could feel
Can I
anger,
use my advantages?
you can. Of course, you can use your advantages.
Okay, I'll use literally all of them.
Well,
Oh,
let's
okay.
take one step at a time. Would you like to use your advantage to reroll or to increase your roll? I will mention that you rolled the second worst roll possible.
I will re-roll.
Okay, you're using a charge of fell powered.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, then please reroll.
Okay, that's somewhat workable, I guess.
Better, sure.
Okay, now what about these other rolls? Can I use his level 6 consequence as well?
Of course, yes. And
So
if-
would that make it a 4?
It would either make it a 5 or would allow you to reroll again.
Pardon?
It either gives you a +2 or you can reroll. Up to you.
Oh god. You're really trying to make me re-roll. I'm gonna re-roll. You know I'm gonna do it.
If you want, go ahead. Go ahead if you want.
Oh, thank god.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
And then I'll use my other stack of fell power to do a tiny bit more damage.
Okay. You're using both charges or just one?
How many do I have left?
Two more.
I'll do both. 2 more.
Okay. Very well. I will remove this from you at this point. So, with a 5-point difference, let me look up at his stats. Okay. You will deal his level 3 stress and his level 2 consequence. What would you like his level 2 consequence to be called?
I'm gonna call it Blade Flurried, because he's been flurried up, he's been stabbed a bunch.
Sure. You run up to him in a mad dash of fell powered energy pretty much, and you stab him like crazy a couple times, and he recoils from you, clearly quite damaged. Yeah. You
Awesome.
you successfully do so. Very well. Buhd, what do you do on your turn?
We haven't found the guys yet, right?
Not
Like
yet.
they're still missing?
Not yet. You feel like you're on the right track, but you haven't found them yet.
All right, but we'll continue to search for them then.
Give me your careful, please. Okay. You feel like you're going on the right track. Like you feel like you're reaching like the correct part of the ship, but you're not sure which room they're in. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll say there's a 4 rooms. You're not sure which one. Let me know 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one do you go into?
You cut out there.
So I would say there are like 4 rooms, and you think they're in one of those 4 rooms, but you're not sure which one. Both of them are like closed with a door. Which one do you go into? Room number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4?
I will go with number 3.
Okay. You actually got very lucky. As you open the door, you see this trio of people. I don't have like the doodad to place on screen, but they seem to be, since you're a heavy weapons expert, I'll give you this. They seem to be readying a strange barrel to explode. The barrel seems to be filled with something green, not like an explosive. Not like your gunpowder explosive, I should say.
So it looks like a bomb or
Mm-hmm.
an explosive of some kind.
And the explosion will be green. That's what you know. And you, basically above board, they will detonate this next turn.
Okay.
Wait, if they aren't stopped or regardless?
Well, you guys dragged your feet quite a lot.
I'm scared.
Yeah, you guys dragged your feet quite a lot. They will... Basically, actually I'm going to roll a d2.
Oh no.
The fuse has been lit, so it will explode regardless at this point unless you directly stop the bomb.
Well, regardless, Buhd will shout that there is an explosive. There's a bomb!
All of these 3 people turn to you in surprise, and they all prepare... Well, the two women prepare to fight you. The spellcaster looks like he's preparing a spell. Go figure.
We gotta go.
It is still your turn, Buhd. Again, you are able to again act against these people, create an advantage, create blah blah or whatever, or you can try to defuse the bomb somehow if you can think of a way.
Wait, I'm blanking. Did I follow Buhd or did I go another way?
You are going towards Buhd, but you're a bit far away at this point.
Okay.
I would
would I hear there's a bomb?
Yep, definitely.
Oh.
Buhd is not a quiet dude. I think that, yeah.
Bladebeard would hear too. The Blood of Lady would hear too, but you wouldn't understand what that means because language barrier.
Oh man.
I don't know what to do. I'm gonna flip a coin.
Okay.
Where is
Time
I
for
need to
Buhd
find
to
a
jump
coin.
on top of the bomb and save everyone like
Oh
those
my
people
god.
throwing themselves onto grenades.
Buhd just gets his memory back slowly. Okay, time to die.
You can also like type /roll d2 in chat.
Yeah, only do that.
Mhm.
Alright, first, if it's a 1, Buhd will run away. If it's a 2, it'll be something else.
Okay.
Alright, Bud's running.
Makes sense to me.
Buhd is bolting.
Okay. If you want, you can roll a quick to like possibly give you an advantage, like you're farther away from the explosion or whatever. Okay.
Would Buhd be able to pick up anyone that he sees while he runs, like Benjamin or the Blood Elf Lady, or
Bladebeard is the closest to you.
Okay.
Then Benjamin and the Blood of Lady.
Okay.
I will allow you to. I will allow you to pick up Bladebeard if Bladebeard allows you.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, it's a bomb.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's sufficient for you to create an advantage. What would you like your advantage to be called, basically to signify that you're far enough away from the bomb for when it explodes?
As an advantage thing?
Yep.
Ooh. Hot feet.
Sure, makes sense. Nice. Very well. And because of the circumstances, I think you can pass this advantage, the heart feed advantage, also to Bladebeard if he needs it. Okay?
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay. Very well. The undead orc, on his turn, he seems like he is about to strike at you, Lyri. And above board, you feel like you've done a lot of damage, but you've also like expended all that energy you've just dragged out of him. So you feel weakened at the moment, like going through sort of a whiplash. He looks as if he's about to strike you, but then he stops. And once again, you hear Zolgaga clapping at you. And as you turn to her, she looks at you and says, "Well done, my dear, well done. That was very impressive. You have to teach me that trick sometime."
I kind of look at Zolgaga and kind of, I don't know, I nod. I'm kind of defeated at this point.
The undead orc will skip his turn pretty much. He will not attack you. Okay. The woman of the glaive will do something, but you guys are not in a position to see. Ironbeard won't do anything. What does Frignir do?
I guess the fight is over, so I mean, whatever. What else can he do besides discovering aspects? He's good at that, at least. So
He's
yeah,
your
let's
little drone.
give it another try for the trouble aspect of the orc.
Give me Frignir's careful.
So I need 6.
Yep.
1.
Nope.
Yay.
Again, Frignir is a great engineer, not so great at spellcasting. Okay. That was Frignir. Undead Crew and Blood of Crew will continue to do as I mentioned. Zolgaga will give you a smile, Lyri, and will say, "I'd very much like to learn more about your people. You're always so filled with surprises."
I try and stumble to my feet.
She will then ponder and say, "You know what? I forgive your decision to spare your countrymen. I think I can make use of them."
I kind of let out a big sigh and kind of meet my eyes as Zolgaga's.
What's Lyri's expression at the moment?
Very, very, very defeated, but still kind of. I guess despair would be a good word.
She smiles very broadly when she sees that and says, Good. Well, I'll be looking forward to the dinner you picked up." And she will return to her cabin.
Well, I guess I have nothing else.
Well, that was Zolgaga's turn anyway.
Can I have a look at the orc though and just see all the damage I've done?
Yeah,
Is he still there?
you've poked a bunch of holes in him. And he seems like a little bit unsteady on his feet. You suspect it's because of like the mana tap, basically.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, and I'll also, even though I'm feeling, really sad and depressed because everything is going wrong, I'm going to feel proud of myself because you know what, I did a good job.
Your father would be proud.
Mm-hmm. You would.
Okay, that was Zolgaga's turn. The Granite Lady will do something. Benjamin and Bladebeard, what do you two do?
Can I, like, in the last moment before Buhd picks me up, throw a dagger at them?
You don't see them. You don't see them.
Oh, I don't see it.
Buhd saw them, saw that it's a bomb, and immediately turned around.
Alright, and I heard that it was a bomb.
Yep,
And,
and Buhd picked you up. He's carrying you like an American football.
yeah. I'll also prepare for an explosion.
Okay. Well,
I already died once. That way, so I have the experience.
well, I don't think it would be quick because you're being carried at the moment. So how would you prepare?
Oh, it wouldn't be quick.
Because Buhd is carrying you, so it's his quick, not yours. So how would you prepare for this explosion? Captain Bladebeard, not Buhd.
Yeah. Uh, well, he'll, oh no. Oh man. So, Buhd is like holding him.
Like an American football, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing I can do then. I can,
If you want,
no.
you can roll your forceful or clever or careful to basically brace yourself.
I guess. Sure. It's the same, right?
Mhm.
Careful.
Yeah.
Forceful. Yeah, I'll brace myself.
Okay.
Explosion is coming.
Give me your careful. Okay.
Oh,
Nicely done.
Uh,
You gain an advantage. What do you want this advantage to be called?
Brace yourself.
Sure. Okay. Thank you. Next, Benjamin.
A bomb?
We gotta get out of here.
Guess I'll just try to grab the blood elf by the arm and run the fuck away.
Give me a flashy roll to see if she resists you or not. No, she will not resist you. Okay. Would you like to do the same thing that Buhd did and roll a quick to get yourself to safety?
Yeah.
Please do so. Okay. You do create that advantage. What would you like it to be called?
I guess it will be cool guys that look at explosions.
Sure. Nice. Okay. Very well. And as well, I like it that was it you, Thompshire, that predicted that it would be a bomb before you discovered the bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah. On the hooded mage's turn, a massive explosion will ripple out and basically completely demolish the front of the Blood Oath ship. Everyone sees this, all of the NPCs, all of the player characters. Lyri, can you roll me, you're fairly close to the explosion. How would you defend yourself from this explosion?
What, me?
You're fairly close, since it's the front of the Blood Oath ship.
Well, I guess the only thing I can really do is kind of drop to my knees and just try and,
Give me
avoid the thing.
Give me quick or careful, please. You would take 2 damage. You managed to avoid the worst of it, at the very least, okay? The explosion will kill the vast majority of the Blood Oaths and a good portion of the undead crew. Can Buhd and Benjamin give me quick rolls, and Bladebeard... Well, actually, Bladebeard will depend on Bud's roll. Okay?
Alright.
Oh no.
I would like to use a fate point, please.
Of course. What are you invoking?
I will invoke First Mate Buhd because he cares a lot for his crew
Of course.
and he wants to get them out of there.
Sure. Yeah, thank you as well, Benjamin. Are you using that to give yourself +2 or to reroll?
The 8 is the damage from the explosion, right?
Yep, it applies to, yeah, all of them.
Then I'll use my advantage, and I guess I'll take my level 1 stress points.
Makes sense to me.
And I will use it to reroll.
Please reroll then. Please reroll. Buhd and Bladebeard, at this point, how do you take free damage?
3 stress.
You sure? Bladebeard, you also have the opportunity to roll, but it would be a quick.
Oh, can I roll quick?
Yeah. Basically, since Buhd is carrying you, he mitigated 5 of the damage. And it's a 3-point difference. So basically, this attack against you won't be a +8, it'll be a +3, okay? So defend yourself against the +3. Thanks to Buhd.
Yeah, I'll quickly jump out of Bud's hand into the water again.
Sure. Please go for it.
There we go.
That is
Zero.
that is sufficient to tie very well. And Buhd took 3 damage. Okay, so in terms of narrative, the front of the Blood Oath ship explodes, and the other half already had a hole in it, and it starts rapidly sinking. Lyri, you drop to your feet, to the ground, and everyone is rattled by the explosion. Again, the vast majority of the Blood Oaths are now dead, and a good portion of the undead. Zolgaga hurriedly comes out of her cabin to see what the hell is going on. All of you, at the same time, hear a whisper that says, "Into the water, quickly."
Wait, all of us, like, above
All-
board, is this all the player characters or just
All
everybody?
the player characters.
Do we recognize the
Um,
voice?
You do not. None of you do.
Okay,
That's very suspicious. I don't know about that.
I'm in a state of delirium right now, so I'm just gonna probably do it.
Are we all gonna become Naga?
Okay, Lyri jumps into the water.
Can I?
Benjamin,
Okay, I can find Audion. I was gonna say, can I give the old undead orc a little nudge when I'm jumping, while I jump in, just to kind of get on his nerves.
yeah, I think that works. You give the orc a nudge, but how should I say this? The orc
Kind of
is,
brush at him and annoy him.
yeah. The thing is, the orc is not a conscious entity. He's like
Oh
tied
yeah, I know.
to Zolgaga's
Just
will. So what you did is you nudged him, and Zolgaga felt that, but she's much too distracted by the explosion to care.
okay.
Is there any other option than jumping into the water? I mean, dying aside and sinking with the ship.
Well, at this point, the 3 of you, Benjamin, Bladebeard, and Buhd, as well as the Blood Oath Archer, you guys managed to escape to the back portion of the ship, since the front was blown up. Fire and corpses are falling down. I forgot to mention that the explosion is green and very bright, if that influences your decision somehow. So the 3 of you are at the back of the ship, and again, the back of the ship has not only a big hole in it, but it's just half of a ship. It will inevitably sink. So I guess your options are,
Then I guess even if we wanted, we won't directly be able to return to Zolgaga's ship.
you can, but it'll be difficult. And you heard someone in all of your minds say, "Into the water quickly."
Yeah, I'm just checking what are the options, I guess. But yeah, I'll jump into the water.
I'll jump into the water.
Buhd, what do you do?
Buhd will follow his friends and jump into the water.
Okay. After a few seconds, can all of you roll me carefuls?
Sure. Oh no.
Okay. Only Benjamin would notice that there is a sea creature, not too big, like slightly bigger than a human, let's say, swimming in his direction.
I mean, I guess it's not a fish, at least.
No, it looks like a
At
fish.
least.
It looks like a fish. It looks like a fish.
Oh well, the other fish is small, so it's fine, maybe. Oh, it's the shark claw. I swear, if it's the shark claw, I'll be happy. I guess I'll just kind of brace myself.
All of you suddenly feel like you're impacted, and you find yourselves being dragged away by, as Thompshire guessed, sharks.
Oh yeah!
Awesome.
I can't believe the shark claw saved us.
Okay. And
Oh, left Meridian with. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, and my brother too, you know. We gotta go on a rescue mission.
Yeah.
at the very least, you're all alive, I guess. And
Oh man, we're being saved by Jaws.
We gotta regroup and recover before we attack Zelgarga again.
I think it's a good point to end today's session. What do you all think?
Oh man.
No, I'd say it's a good time to do it.
Okay, what? My thing cut off.
Yeah. What did you all think of today's session?
Cool.
I did not expect all of you guys to like drag your feet so much surrounding around those three infiltrators.
I mostly was just trying to follow everyone's lead with Buhd because you're just very delirious and just very reliant on them, I guess, to make the decisions.
And Benjamin and Bladebeard were too cautious, I could say.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So were the enemies. So were they.
I guess my thinking, or Benjamin's thinking, was that first, the way Bladebeard explained them was kind of scary, and they were three. And second, he kind of mentioned they were alliance, so they were trying to be somewhat careful to not, at least Benjamin to not, get in trouble with another faction.
Makes sense. Makes sense to me. I like how this session ended up. Not in the way I expected, being honest. But yeah.
Mhm.
I think that we are being saved by mermaids.
It was a bit all over the place, but I feel like it was good.
We had to follow the sort of initiative order because you guys could also interact with one another if you chose to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of sucks we're leaving behind all of our friends on the ship to be eaten alive by Zelgarga.
I mean, that's kind of no friend, just your brother and Meridia, I guess.
I
Exactly.
In Frignir.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, no one cares about Frigner, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to eat a piece of rock.
I like that Frignir stayed because he's like a secret camera.
Yeah, I guess you can keep an eye on things, that's
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm like Odin looking through crows.
Sure. Maybe.
But I mean,
you've
apart from
kind
Buhd,
of
we will have somebody on the ship.
Well, I should say the four of you are not alone. The blood of Archer is also with you.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but all of us have left somebody on the ship apart from Buhd, who's left nobody.
True. Very true.
I guess we'll have
It's
some
very
time
high.
to teacher common.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad things ended up the way they did. Though I think I would have hoped for some people to meet, but they didn't. Alas.
Oh well.
What does that mean?
So those three died, they exploded, and they're dead.
I mean, you're free to believe whatever you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, probably not, but it's the most logical thing.
Sure.
I mean, I think at least Benjamin is probably thinking they aren't dead because Lyri kind of pulled a similar move not too long ago. So
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if I guess goblins exist, but I don't know if suicide bombing is a big thing in Warcraft other than goblins. So there's that. I don't think many of you would think, oh yeah, these guys were sent on a suicide mission. But I don't want to like think into like put thoughts in your guys' heads that aren't yours.
Yeah. I thought they would help us. I should have never trusted the Legion.
I mean,
Was this whole thing dependent on Bladebeard messing up that one roll last session?
no. This was their appearance was dependent on Bladebeard contacting the Legion in the session before that.
Ooh, okay.
And well, they were always going to be hostile to you at this point.
Legion is evil, guys.
Yeah.
Go figure.
You know, I kind of left a hint of that in the Draenei model. If you spin her around, she has a green crystal on her tail.
Oh, nice. I didn't even notice that.
You can see it on the picture.
I had no idea that these guys were bad guys.
What do you mean? They came out being evil and scary.
What?
The first thing they said was be angry. Of course they're evil.
The Argenton turned against us.
Dang.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff happened. A lot of exciting things happened.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I think Lyri, you're the only one who saw all three of these people. Oh, actually, and Buhd too, but Buhd only caught like a glimpse when they were detonating the bomb. Benjamin and Bladebeard didn't.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. You possess information that the others don't.
I also possess awesome powers, and now I know how to beat the scary orc.
Well, kind of not anymore. You kind of exhausted the powers you took from him.
Oh yeah, I know, but I know how to beat him now. So my brain's big.
Yeah, I'm definitely sure he'll let you put his hand inside of him again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll probably be healed by the next time. So Gargo probably won't, leave that hole there for him.
We'll see. We will see. Well, above board, I think she will leave the hole, just that she will instruct the orc, hey, if someone puts their hand in there, don't let them.
Mm-hmm.
I should have expected that, but I honestly did not expect you to do that, Zelris.
It's because my character is just insane right now, going cuckoo.
Makes sense.
I was expecting like a reunion with Meridia to like calm her down, but it's not going to happen. So she might be insane next episode too. She's very upset.
Understandable.
And I'm not sure Buhd, Bladebeard, and Benjamin can deal with diffusing that. They're not the most level-headed people.
Sure. Any plans for the future? Asking everyone here.
Chilling with the Sharko.
Probably getting revenge on Zolgarga. Getting the
We're gonna raise a shark army against Zogaga.
just freeing Meridia and all the prisoners would be nice.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be nice.
No, things are very, very complicated at the moment.
They're already soup, I bet. I bet everyone we already know has been done to make soup.
Like, if I had to make an assumption, I think the sharks are gonna take us on land, and we'll meet back up with oh man, I forgot her name. With
Hekala?
Hekala, yeah.
Okay.
And we'll do some epic planning, and hopefully Meridia and Serranis won't be turned into mindless slaves.
Mm-hmm. We can't let any of them die off screen. That'd be the most painful, horrible thing to happen to any of these beloved characters. We next see them and they're just like a turkey slap. That's horrible.
I will say that I will not pull punches if need be, but that does not mean that I will kill people needlessly. Well, unless the character would do
You
that.
want to turn Meridia into a pork chop off screen. I get it.
Sure.
You'll at least let us witness it. Cool.
I think that would be
Awesome.
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's no.
She gets polymorphed into like a big beef pie. Something.
Oh,
It's
God.
horrible.
That's cursed. But yeah.
It is cursed. It's horrible.
Yeah. Any other thoughts before we go into our shoutouts?
What would have happened if people stayed on the boat? They didn't jump in the water.
Are you referring to yourself or?
Everybody, but I guess me because I'm the safest one.
Well, Buhd, Bladebeard, and Benjamin would have ended up in the water, but they would have had the chance to not join the sharks, pretty much. You, the voice in your head would insist, "Come on, jump in the water already! Come on, it's your chance! Come on!" And if you still wouldn't do it, I think you would remain on the undead ship at that point.
Dang. It'd
And-
be a Bladebeard in Westport kind of scenario.
Kinda, yeah.
But even worse because there's less places to hide. Awesome.
But on the other hand, your jailers are more distracted.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting what if scenario. As a DM, it's much easier that you guys are together, but I am prepared for anything, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Any other thoughts before we go into our shoutouts?
I don't know, I feel like giving once again a shout out to the Epic Shark Lover.
And good on you for predicting that that was going to happen, honestly.
Yeah. Who asked about the shark lower during the session when we were talking to?
I did.
Yeah, it was DoomGoblin, yeah.
Yeah, I think Bladebeard is the one who should be happy, not me.
He doesn't know much about law, but I think he would know about sea gods.
Exactly, you would know a lot of sea folklore to like include that in your like knowledge base, basically. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you to everyone for watching and listening to us. I would very much like to ask these lovely people to babble a little bit about themselves and their future projects, etc., etc. Some dice in the background, and the person who should go first, according to the dice, would be Zelris. Could you please go ahead?
My name is Zelris, and I make stuff online, and some people like it, and some people don't.
Very vague.
It's pretty cool, I guess.
Very vague. Thank you.
What else can I say? It is what it is.
Sure. Next, according to the dice, would be the owner of the channel you guys are watching this on, Sir Thompshire.
Well, you're here. You already know me. I make machinima. Well, sometimes. And you can also check me out on Twitter, where I post renders and behind-the-scenes pictures.
Sure. Thank you. Next on the list would be DoomGoblin, according to the dice.
Me, DoomGoblin. Yeah, I draw stuff, and yeah, you can check me out on Twitter. I hope you'll like what you see, and yeah, see you next episode.
He draws very well, indeed. Thank you. Next would be Skoll. Could you please go ahead?
Yep. Hello, I am Skoll. I played as Buhd, and you can find me on the YouTubes and the Twitters. I mainly do machinimas, lore videos, speculation videos, what ifs, and lots of stuff on that. And hopefully in the coming future, other stuff, including Witcher and Halo, and perhaps other games too.
Nice. Looking forward to that. Thank you. And I was your DM, Game Master Teeironor. I usually do videos focusing on like video game lore and mixing it with real life history. I've been doing a lot of Elder Scrolls stuff lately. And yeah, feel free to check me out if you'd like. So, thank you to everyone for watching and listening to us. We shall be back next time on my channel, actually. And yeah, goodbye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Bye.